hello. You had some of your dinner? You gonna leave some for later? I see that. Hi everyone. Before we talk about the temperature sensor that I put in, thanks everybody for giving me input on a drone. So I was reading comments and it struck me how much feedback I can get from all of you. I really appreciate it. When I started making videos, I guess I assumed that, you know, putting videos on YouTube was like a one-way kind of communication, you know, that I push information out to you and that it was just like a one-way thing. Well, it's become really clear to me that it's not. It's a two-way communication and now I've come to where I know that I can ask a question and that you all will give me answers. I've got some great recipe ideas. You guys really intrigued me with some of the comments on the last Fleet Feast that we did, the ground beef soup, my homemade soup. You guys had some great ideas for that and different things that you guys cook. So that is really, I'm real thankful for that because I need to kind of expand my menu. You know, I'm a typical guy. I have like 7 things I know how to make. Well, look what I cooked today. You believe? Woo! That fogged it up. I can't believe I just cooked this. It's a chuck roast. Potatoes, onions, carrots. I'm about to dig in. It's been cooking for 3.5 hours. But I appreciate all the input you guys gave me on the drone. It looks like the Mavic line is the ones that everybody's recommending. And I know of those, obviously. I guess what I was trying to do is like keep from having to spend that amount of money to get the features that I want. And, you know, maybe there is a drone out there that will do what I'm looking for. I just haven't found it yet. So thank you all for being active on the channel and filling up a certain part of my life with the communication back and forth, and that helps keep me going and helps pushing me on to keep making videos and sharing them with all of you, and for that I really thank you. Big day. We're gonna take this weather station that Tom sent us. Thank you again, Tom, for this. We're gonna look at this and see if we can't get it installed. So I'm just opening the box here and I wanted to show you all what's in the box. And I've never used one of these type devices. Now, from what I understand, this one can, you know, it comes with a remote sensor, wireless, and from what I read, this one can accommodate, I think it was up to 4 of those devices. So the initial one is going to go in my battery compartment, you know, on the other side of this wall right here. You know, my batteries are right on the other side of that wall in the outside cabinet. So I'm gonna put the first one of these sensors in that battery cabinet so that I can monitor and make sure that we're not getting too cold in there. And then I think I'm gonna get some additional sensors, you know, put one outside, right? To see what it's like outside. It has an indoor sensor built into it. So I think I'm gonna put it maybe right up here on the wall. You know, this is kind of my temperature control area. That's the heater. That's my ceiling fan. That's my CO2, carbon monoxide detector. CO detector, not CO2, sorry. And that's my remote for my outside motion lights. But I think this thing would do well right up on there. It runs on, it's battery powered, or you can have it plugged in. I think AC power, you know, if you were using it in your house. The difference is that when it's on battery power, the screen, the display turns off until you touch it. And then when you touch it, or you touch the button, it goes on for, I think it's 15 seconds. And then the display will go back out to save battery, obviously. So I want to see if I can't wire it in. You know, if I can wire it into 12 volt DC, So let's see what kind of options there are. And that way the screen will be on unless I turn it off. I don't know how bright it is, you know, as far as like nighttime stuff, but let's see what we get. Okay, there's the device itself. Yeah, there's your AC outlet. Oh, I gotta get the glasses for that. Okay, it's 5 volt, 1.2 amps. So hopefully it's got a USB port on it. And then here's the remote sensor. So let's see if it's got a USB port so that we can just power it from a USB cable. That'd be perfect, right? USB charger, 5 volt, 1 amp. So you can plug like your phone in there to charge it, I guess. That's kind of goofy. Why don't they just have USB-C on there that you can power it with? It does have a barrel connection, so, and that's labeled 5 volt, 1.2 amps. So I can get actually I think I have one, a USB to barrel connection, and then we can plug this in to the USB ports that are up over the bed there and have it powered all the time. And then, okay, that's where your batteries go. So it looks like 2 AA's. And then here it's got a stand if you want to just set it on the tabletop. Okay. Legal stuff, FCC, blah, blah, blah. Multifunctional buttons. Multifunktionen von Tasti. That's German. Okay, so it's telling us what all the buttons do. Very good. And then we've got a user manual here. Alright, so let's see if we can figure this thing out. How to set it up. Now, what do we need for batteries here? No, AA's again. So I need some AA's. Let me dig those out. Here's my electronics junk bin. I broke the handle off of here a couple of weeks ago. So mad. It's supposed to have these, you know, these flip-up handles. And it was kind of sticking out in the cabinet, and I slid the door shut, and it hit this handle and broke it. So mad. Anyways, this is my electronics goodie bin here. I don't know that I've ever talked about my bin here. This is what I whittled down from 3 paper case boxes of wires and adapters and dongles and things, you know, because I've always been a electronical guy, and I had collected over the years just an incredible mass of different wires and plugs and stuff. And when it was time to whittle down the house contents, I trimmed it down to 1 good box of modern stuff, and I gave that to my daughter for her, like HDMI cables and all that kind of stuff. And then I kept a very small assortment of things that I thought I might need out on the road here. And it's come in handy for sure on a few occasions when I was doing stuff for people, or if I needed something for myself for a new device. But man, are these wound up in here. Alright, here we go. Batteries. Let me see if I can find that USB. Oh, no, here it is, right here. Yep. Perfect, look at that. So now I can plug this in. This is a little long though. Man, I only need like a 2 foot. I'll make a decision, see if I'm gonna do that. All right. I have way too much stuff for a somebody living out in the desert. This is a lot of electronic stuff. But I would feel naked without it. Any of you out there that are true to me, true like me, and true electronics geeks and stuff, you know what I mean. You got to have your box of goodies, because you never know. But I don't know why I need 3 6-foot RJ45 cables. Oh, I see a light. There we go. That's that. Oh, it's beeping. 61 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% humidity. I didn't know it did humidity. So cool. Let's see if we can figure this out. Oh. Ah, there it is. There's a little thing, just a touch button on top. Okay, so it's showing the indoor and then remote. So let's get this changed, set up correctly. Need to get it into Fahrenheit. Okay, I've got the... Oh, there's a lot of glare on there. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can put you at an angle. So I set the remote sensor. There's a switch in here to pick a channel, 1, 2, or 3. And then I set it on channel 1. And then here, you use the up and down arrows to select which sensor, and that's saying we're on sensor 1, so it's picking it up. Really neat. This is interesting. And I gotta set the date. It's got the date and everything, and the day of the week. Interesting. This is really cool. I really like this thing. Tom, you really are great for getting this for us. This is right up my alley right here. I really like this. Not only is it fully functional, but I love messing around with this kind of stuff. Okay, well, we've got this mounted up here. Let me get the protector screen off. And oh, there she goes. Sorry, all the glare. There we go. Well, not much difference between outside and inside, except the humidity. It's more humid inside than it is out in the cabinet. I mounted the remote sensor out in the cabinet. I'll show you that. Now here's that remote sensor. It's just a single screw, and it kind of slides down onto it. It's up there nice and tight. So that's giving me a good temperature readout from this battery cabinet. I'm comfortable with that in the position, you know, relative to the batteries. So it should give me a good temperature readout of this cabinet, which will tell me what the batteries are at. You know what I also saw on that device? I can set up a temperature alert on either of the sensors. So if the temperature hits a certain degree, I don't know if it's an audible alarm, I didn't read that far, but so it'll do an alert and tell me, you know, if my battery cabinet is at 32 degrees, it can give me an alert and let me know that I need to pay attention to what's going on, which is really cool. I didn't know that it had that kind of feature. So another thing that I'm happy about. Yeah, it goes off after 15 seconds. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. I don't like having that wire run up there. We'll see. If it works out like this on just the batteries, then I'll just leave it that way. And I can actually read it. You probably can't pick it up, but I can still see what it says. It just doesn't have the backlight on. So this gives you moon phase. It's still got to set itself. It has that automatic time setting, so it's got to match up with the satellites to set the date and time. You can do it manually. I'm going to wait and see if it sets itself. It says it does that at 1 a.m. So I might have to wait till tonight. But it gives you a basic forecast based on what the barometer readings and everything are. So that's not like, it's not like pulling that off the internet or anything. That's just a basic showing that it's, and it's correct. I mean, it is partly cloudy right now, so it's actually correct. And it's got a little smiley face, meaning it's comfortable right now because it's 65 degrees and 33% humidity inside. So it's saying you're comfortable. I'd like to see If it gets really cold in here, does that go to a frown face, I wonder? And it's got moon phase, and that'll correct itself, I'm sure, once it gets the date and time figured out. So we're up and running. That was pretty simple. Tom, thank you again so much. I love this thing. I absolutely love it. So thanks everybody for watching. Again, I love these kind of gadgets, and the thing works. You know, the setup was simple. It connected to the remote sensor. I'm definitely going to get at least one more that I can put outside the rig, because when you look on your phone and it tells you the area you're in, what the temperature is, it's not exactly where you are. And in this area here, it always gives a range. It says, let's say it's going to go down to 45 at night, and then in the details it'll say anywhere from 40 to 49. So depending on where you are, and you know, if you're in a little dip or a valley or whatever, the temperature fluctuates, you know, in a lot of places. So I would like to have a readout specifically where we are, because it's definitely different than what I see on my phone. So thanks everybody for watching me geek out on this. Everybody take care, be safe, and we'll see y'all again really soon. Are you playing with squeaky paper? Huh? What? You were a good boy while I rode the mini bike? You were a good boy? Thank you! Papa. Thank you. Okay. To you, information that I push goofy videos, and that helps. It helps me to earn a couple of dollars from these videos. I don't want to talk about that. Dude. What are you doing? Arr, arr, arr. Lefty's got a problem. Our KTM pillow is coming apart. Let me show you. See? It's just so worn out. Tara said she's going to see if we can't sew it up, but I know it's just going to keep falling apart. It's so sun-baked. Oh, it's got another split there. And he's not easy on this thing. He does that dog nesting thing when he goes over to his bed at night, and he chews and scruffs on his pillows and drags them all over the place till he finally gets it to where he wants to lay down and curl up. We're kind of hiding inside today. It's very windy and a little bit chilly. Not chilly, but it's a cold wind on a sunny, warm day. And it's frustrating. And if you stay out there, you get all chilly. So he's been in here just kind of snoozing while I work on a video. Huh. You want to go out again? He keeps going out and then coming back in. All right, I'll let you out. You want to go outside? Huh? It's cold out there. It's very windy. Why don't you stay in here with me and watch TV? Okay?